Shanice is a lucky girl, isn't she? Isn't she?
Isn't she?
Yeah.
You wait till she gets that engagement ring Joe's ordered with us.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I do actually have some news.
Lovely.
This sounds great. It's my kind of day. Yeah.
Where's the beers? I'm sure we were promised beers.
Do you want some beers? I've got some beers if you want a beer.
No,
I got some funky chocolate beers.
Chocolate beer.
Yeah, maybe for the second
Oh yes.
at the
come back with
interval.
beer.
At the interval, we'll have a
When we
beer.
first met Joe, way back when, a million years ago, we he promised we could come have beers in his bar and all that stuff.
I remember
This is
that.
the first time we've been over.
So it
the
is now
world.
lacking
There's
the
no
bar,
beers, no
There's no
bar.
but we do still have the fridge with some alcohol in.
Oh yes.
That'll do.
There we go.
So for anyone else thinking of coming on the show,
We'll have finished it all. Don't bother.
yeah, please replenish.
Replenish on your way in. Perfect.
Girls, how we doing?
Don't know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Very good.
I
Very
don't know what-
excited.
Thanks for finally making it on the
I've
show.
forgotten how to sit. What's a natural?
Yeah, natural position.
What do I do with my hands?
Shoulders back.
How are we?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Thanks for finally making it on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
I feel like we've
us.
tried getting you on for months
We're
now.
very busy.
Hayley's fault.
Yeah,
It's my
you had the
fault.
lurgy.
I did have
Yeah.
the lurgy.
Yeah. But
But
yes.
I'm all better.
So before we get started, I've actually got something for you girls. I know you didn't bring me a gift either.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's your fault.
It's all right. It's not actually a gift. It's more of like a giving back.
Amazing.
Rings.
Oh, baby.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
We've missed them.
They've been sat in my battery bag since we did that shoot at Chapel House.
Oh my god. You've kept
Beautiful.
very good care
Yeah.
of them. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
gave
so
it a little
much.
polish and all. Hot
Did
put.
Oh, lovely. You can keep them.
I'll pop them in
Just for
this.
Yeah.
all of our clients, these will be professionally cleaned.
Yeah, before you have to
By
touch
Joe
them.
May.
I should have brought them all up.
Yes.
You should have brought. You should. And now you've got some examples of what you do.
Yes. There we
Perfect.
I bring
Lovely.
props that are yours.
Oh, thank you for that.
So tell us a bit about yourself and what it is that you girls do.
Oh, we design wedding rings and engagement rings and eternity rings, but wedding rings is definitely the real
Our
focus.
niche. Yeah, I think that's our real passion, isn't it? As much
Yeah.
as we can do any kind of rings, we can design
Yeah.
any kind of rings, can't we?
We
But
can.
yeah, the weddings is our main sort of
It
focus,
is.
isn't it?
We've worked in the jewelry industry for about a decade each previous to this.
Yeah.
And weddings was always
The
our
best bit.
favourite bit,
Yeah,
wasn't it? We
yeah.
just loved it. So
Sitting
it
down with
seemed-
a couple and having that consultation, but in a jewelry shop environment, it's not
Yeah,
as easy.
It's not ideal, is it? So
busy and hustle and
Yeah,
bustle.
yeah.
Especially when you think of things like engagement rings.
Yeah.
Because, guys and girls are coming in looking over their shoulder all the time because everyone they know is walking past
Yeah.
down the high street.
Yeah.
And so it was quite a natural progression for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you guys have got your own little studio now.
Yes.
In
So-
Deal.
Yeah, just outside Deal
Deal.
in Kingstown. Yeah.
We're up on the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
overlooking the sea. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
What a place to
I
be.
know it is gorgeous.
And it's just having that private space. So whether it's a couple getting married or someone looking for an engagement ring or whatever it is,
yeah.
it's completely exclusive use to them during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We work
So-
by appointment only, so people don't have to sort of.
It's not like a tattoo shop where people are coming in and out while you're getting tattooed.
No,
No,
exactly.
Stop and
No, exactly
None
that.
of that. We are all about them when they're there, which is how
Yeah.
it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've
it's
said
such
this
an
to so
important
many
part of the
people.
journey that.
Yeah.
And the higher we sort of got up in management and stuff like that, the less you get to do all that
Yeah.
good stuff with couples and
Yeah.
meet people.
And that's always been the best bit.
yeah,
hasn't
it's
it?
always our favourite bit.
But now we get to do that
And
bit
now
every
you-
day.
Yeah, and that
as
we're
well
now
as
making
being
a living out of
owners,
doing that.
managers,
Exactly.
CEOs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
boss bitches.
Yeah.
Social media gurus,
Yeah.
tea lady,
Yeah.
everything,
All of
that.
it from
but
the
it's
bottom to the
brilliant.
top.
Yeah,
That's us.
So it
Love
may be
it.
a silly question asking a lady what got her into wanting to sell jewellery.
Mm.
But what got you girls into
Oh, Oh, well,
Laura got me into it.
yeah.
Okay.
I was a wedding planner beforehand in a previous life. Yeah, worked at a few local venues, and always loved weddings. And then a little while later, just sort of got into jewellery.
Yeah, but sort of lots of different brands and things like that. You were
Watches and all sorts of stuff, and then started managing the shops, and then
so Laura and I have been best friends for well over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'd had a little boy, and he was at a point where he was about to start primary school, and I'd spent the last couple of years just stealing all of Laura's jewellery, basically, like all the time. Loved everything that she owned, wanted to know every detail of it. So when I then wanted to go back to work, it was a bit of a no-brainer, really, that Laura took me on, because she knew how much I loved jewellery.
And we were drunk.
And we were very drunk.
It was your birthday.
How all good business ideas start.
We've had our best ideas over the years.
We have. Absolutely.
We should buy a bar.
We should buy a bar.
Yeah. So it was at your birthday barbecue, wasn't it? And I was just like, oh, you should come and work for me.
Yeah.
And so
I did. Yeah.
that
I
was
just
about-
loved it. And just climbed the ranks sort of with Laura.
Yeah.
And then it just one day came to us that, do you know what?
Why don't we do this for ourselves?
Why don't we niche off into weddings?
Yeah.
Because there's
So what was it that made you make that jump, and that because that's quite a big sort of leap of faith, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
it was massive to leave jobs in like upper management jobs where we're bringing home decent amounts of money, and the security of that.
I think we just had this ability to back ourselves and each other. Like I was able to put all my faith in Laura that she was going to pull this off, and her me.
Yeah.
So I think having that faith in each other, we didn't doubt it for a second, did we?
No,
It's
which
as
is
soon as we
crazy,
came up with it, it
really.
was, well, obviously that's what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
and
we're
going to
make a successful business out of this, and we just
never looked back.
No, we didn't.
That's amazing though, that you're that good at like backing yourselves, because a lot of people don't.
No,
It's just sort of like they go off on a whim and hope.
Yeah, that's it.
It's probably for me, it's one of the few areas in life that I really do back myself professionally.
Yeah.
Because especially doing what we both do now, we just love it. There's no sales pitch needed in what we do. There's
absolutely
no
not. There's no pressure. There's no nothing. No,
it's just us.
Yeah.
And that's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky.
I mean, I've known you girls for a long time now, and I absolutely love getting to hang out with you at any opportunity. So
we feel the same.
I think it's a no-brainer for people that are planning their weddings to come to you girls.
Thank you.
Even if they don't buy off of you, just to have a chat, and because the wealth of knowledge pays in dividends, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's the most common feedback we get from couples. It's about us, isn't it?
Yeah.
That they've just loved their time with us, loved getting to know us nearly as much as we love getting to know them.
Yeah.
That's just one of the perks, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But it's lovely.
It'd be nice to read them reviews back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so lovely. It's so special.
We do end up crying.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, oh my
Oh, every time a couple leaves us a review, they probably think it just goes up onto Google. And
Yeah,
that's it. Whereas
oh my
we're there
God.
reading it again and again and again. going,
Yeah,
oh my God.
it is
I think
amazing.
we're small businesses. We're all small businesses. So
Yeah.
any review is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they take the time to write
Oh,
an essay,
it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's it.
It's-
Because we're all guilty of it as well, aren't we? We're all guilty of going, like having an amazing service somewhere and then going and thinking, I must do that.
do
Yeah.
And then
that.
you
don't.
forget.
And
Oh,
especially with
awful.
weddings, because you think how many suppliers a lot of these couples are using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've
Oh, yeah.
got
So they've got 10
10
different people
suppliers.
that they've got to leave all those reviews for
Yeah.
and stuff. It's easy to,
yeah.
but when
I think it just speaks volumes on like us as people and the couples that we're going with.
yeah,
Because I've seen other people's reviews and it's just like, great work, had a good day.
yeah,
And it's just like, did you really?
yeah,
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Whereas like when you walk away and you feel like, right, that was awesome. That's like that's made a bit of an impact. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see their review.
yeah. I think with with the couples that we get as well, I don't know what it is or how they find us or whatever, but oh my God, we just managed to-
They're our people.
They are our people. Yeah,
It's our
that's
most
it.
common
Yeah.
line.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
think when we first started out, we were like, right, we can do everything for everyone, weren't we? We
Yeah.
were just like, we'll do every wedding fair we can, we'll go to everything we can,
Yeah.
and we'll do these rings to these rings and everything in between.
Yeah.
And we thought, you know, imagine like a year down the line
Yeah.
when we're like, you know, we can actually, we're getting the right kind of people through the door and they get what we're about and they appreciate the service and the experience that they get.
And instead that happened in a couple of months.
Yeah, it was so quick, wasn't it? That
Because
people were finding us. And
because at that point, when we launched the company, it was, we had to re-educate everybody because this isn't something that you could just go and do. No, everybody for rings, you either go online or you go to the high street.
Like jewelers,
that's it. So for us to come balling in going, by the way, guys, there's another way, a better way. This is how you should be doing it. We had no idea how receptive couples were going to be to that. So it just blew us away. That straight away people were like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want to do.
It's not just an appointment. It sounds cheesy, but it's not just an appointment. It's an experience, isn't it? And that's what we want.
Brown.
I know.
God, write that down.
That's the next Insta post. You've been on ChatGPT, but we claim you, isn't it?
She's got loads of these.
It
is so true. It is so true. It's not, you're not there to make a purchase as such. You're there for you as a couple.
Experience.
Like, the amount of times, this sounds really corny, but the thing that always gets us, so many couples have a little kiss on the sofa.
We're like, oh my God, because that's like goosebumps. We get all melty, don't we?
Because for them, it's like, I'm going to remember this forever.
Well, you girls are so like part of the most important part of a wedding.
Yeah, we are, Jack.
Because, I mean, that signifies everything.
Absolutely. And it's like the one thing they're going to wear forever.
We always say the rings and the photographs.
And the video.
And the videos.
Obviously. But they are. They're the only things you're going to have.
But even with us, like, they're not going to be watching the video 24/7.
No.
But the rings are going to be on 24/7.
They're going to see their ring every day.
So,
every day, every good day, every bad day, every joggers and a hoodie day, every formal attire day, all of it. That ring is going to be there.
And it's always nice to be able to look back at that ring and remember the wedding day.
Yeah.
But also remember you girls as well.
Yeah.
Like, because you could just walk into any street, any or online, and there's no experience. There's no moment there.
No.
So
exactly.
it's nice to have that.
It is lovely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well said, Joe.
I ChatGPT'd as well.
I've let everyone down.
I've got no questions on my phone. It's just
no.
It's just prompts to give you girls compliments.
I like it. Carry on.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is that sets you apart from other competitors?
I think as Laura just touched on, the experience really.
Yeah.
Because like we said, you can't, you know, there are so many great high street independent jewelry stores and things like that, but it is a retail environment.
Yeah.
Which for some people is absolutely fine. But with us, it is that private consultation where we are, we're just there for you.
Yeah.
In that moment, you are all that matters and you take all the time you want in the world, and there's no pressure.
We've got no targets, we've got no rents. You know, we're fortunate that our place of business is where I live.
Yeah.
So our office space
is not in Laura's front room, by the way. We have a separate studio.
Kitchen.
Kitchen, that's the one.
In the utility room.
No. But we do have a separate studio on where I live. So we haven't got huge rents to pay and business rates and all those kind of things that most retailers do.
So there's no pressure, like no really putting pressure on couples to
absolutely
so
not.
We would always rather people had what they wanted. And there are going to be times where that's not with us. You know, I can't think of a single example.
Absolutely not.
However, it's going to happen one day.
Still thinking about you.
That one couple.
Just one in 2 years, No, but
but it's
you're
true.
right.
Yeah, it's. I think that's what sets us apart. And really, we don't really see anybody as competitors. We don't see competition.
No, we were saying that earlier, weren't we? Yeah,
because what we do is so different to what everybody else does. And if you are looking for that retail experience, there are these awesome places out there you can go to, but it really is for those couples that see the value in making that a real memory in your wedding planning process. And like you said, Joe, looking back at those rings and thinking, remember when we picked our rings?
And not just pick them, but but designed them. You know, it's the bespoke side of it, which, you know, is such an important thing, isn't
So
it?
what's that process? The design process?
So we're not going to give all our secrets.
No, just enough. Just tease.
Okay.
It may be. Sorry, you go.
No, you go.
It may be that somebody comes in with a specific design in mind. So for you, Joe, imagine if you decided you want to have a music themed ring. Yeah.
What gave that away?
I don't know. It's just a vibe.
Yeah.
So
there's comic books there as well.
A
done
Marvel
that.
theme,
Like a whole
DC,
kind of ring or
yeah,
something.
whatever you like. We've done that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you came in with this idea in mind, if I want to incorporate music into my ring somehow, we would be able to help you come up with loads of different ideas to do that, whether it's certain things engraved into that ring, certain stones, certain elements to it, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But equally, if you've got no idea, if you've got no idea what you want either, you can come to us, and we are there to, we've got tons of samples. So we start with that. We start with the kind of basics, don't we? The different widths you like, the different weights you like, you know, it really starts very basically, doesn't it?
It does.
And then we just sort of elaborate on that, find out who they are as people, what kind of stuff they like, and then go from there. And we're just there to sort of guide them.
Yeah, rather than being overwhelmed because there is so much choice. There's pretty much nothing
we can't do.
But that's very overwhelming on the back. So
Yeah.
it really is us walking them through it step by step.
So how do you help couples that, what advice could you give to couples that are feeling a bit overwhelmed with that side of things?
Come to us.
Come
to the girls.
Yeah,
Simple.
absolutely.
That's it, really.
Simple.
We will walk you through it. And it can be overwhelming whether you already know exactly what you want, and it can be overwhelming if you haven't got an idea. There are so many more the grooms, I would say. We hear it a lot where they say, I have never worn jewellery ever.
That's the standard line, isn't
and
it?
that in itself can make the whole thing overwork. Some of them you can see when they come in, they're quite uncomfortable.
They physically don't want to have that on their hand and that kind of
thing. I don't mind the jewellery. I'll wear rings every so often. But I always feel at the end of the day I've got to take them off.
Which you should do.
Yeah.
I wish you goes.
Oh, okay.
She goes.
Okay.
Hold on.
A little tidbit from Kingstown Rings.
Sleep, shower, swim. You should always take your rings off.
Is there a specific reason?
Just for longevity. So especially if you've got diamonds and things like that,
I can understand the swimming and
But even sleeping.
I believe my mum lost her wedding ring in the sea.
Oh no.
Her engagement ring. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's on her 5th rendition of Wedding Ring. Same groom, still my dad. Yeah, but
Nice. You kept him around.
I'll tell her when she loses the next one. Come and see
us. Come and see us. Be ready for the 6th.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah. Yeah. So sleep. It's just longevity, just to make sure.
Yeah. I think that piece of jewelry that you're buying, you know, we say it a lot where everybody's got wedding budgets.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll vary from couple to couple.
Yeah.
When it comes to your rings, even though we totally understand, right, this is a budget, a lot of couples will say to us, this is my budget.
Yeah.
And we'll always try and work to it. But it's seeing the value in that is an investment. You are going to wear
the rest of
every
your life.
day.
Yeah.
So if you've invested in that piece of jewellery, taking care of it should become part of your day-to-day life.
Sound really preachy now.
Sorry. I'm saying this at you, Joe, and
Just
everybody else.
The T's and C's at the meeting.
Yeah, because I wear mine all the time.
She wears hers all the time.
Although I take it off for cleaning and stuff like that if I'm cleaning the bathroom.
Once a month.
Once a year. Yeah, well,
at least you've got like the angel and devil sort of like, on your shoulders at the meeting.
That's what we're like in our appointments
well,
aren't we?
Yeah, I can get very preachy and bossy.
Yeah, and I'm there to go.
Just cool and laid back.
Yeah,
get excited about everything.
Yeah.
So what's the most outrageous design you've ever had?
Oh, outrageous!
Or like just something that is like you really remember.
Probably, I would say the most outrageous for me anyway is
you can't name anybody.
No, I'm not going to, but it's going to be really obvious. No. I'd say. Well, I'm not going to then.
Outrageous is quite a word, isn't it?
That is
not outrageous bad.
Oh,
just like outrageous by way of just like by way of design. Like I had a bride last year. I always remember her as the dinosaur bride.
Right.
I obviously know her name
she
now.
dressed as a
I remember
dinosaur?
her name now. No, but
Have you?
her engagement ring had a dinosaur on it. Like not just like a picture of it,
An actual
a
real life
model,
dinosaur.
a real life dinosaur,
A real life
a mini real life dinosaur.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's our jam.
Yeah, she's
That's
our
kind-
peeps.
She's our
Yeah.
peeps. We
But
love
literally,
that.
since she met me at the enquire, like at the wedding fair, I just remembered it.
She's the dinosaur bride.
She's the dinosaur bride.
Oh
I
wow.
love that.
And she's like tattooed all up in dinosaurs.
Nice.
I think one of my favourites then is the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
I'm a huge
yes.
Lord of the Rings geek.
I'm
Yeah.
not massively.
No, I'm-
I like Star
I'm
Wars.
not.
I'm not
See,
a
I'm
Star
not
Wars.
Star Wars either.
What are you into?
I like Marvel and
Yeah,
DC.
yeah, I like Marvel.
Not DC.
Yeah,
No.
I tried giving Star Wars a go, and I have watched Lord of the Rings, but I think
Tried giving Star Wars
Yeah,
a go. That's
I
quite
haven't even
sorry.
tried to give Star
commitment.
Wars
I know
No.
this
No.
the viewership's just gonna come.
No, it won't.
We've had this in appointments when Star Wars has come up, and
Oh
I've
yes,
just
but
sort of
I
zoned
step
out.
in
like,
then, and I'm
yeah.
the same with you with the Lord of the Rings
comes up
thing.
a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I had
It's
a
the
groom.
ring thing.
I had a
think,
groom that
maybe.
really wanted to propose on Star Wars Day.
May the
Get married on
Yes,
Star
Wars
Wars Day.
We've had a couple
But
of them, yeah.
his bride was not having any of it.
No,
Oh,
well,
one
that
of
was what the
ours.
Lord of the Rings one was like, wasn't it?
she was like adamant, absolutely not, and it was
Yeah.
like one of the few dates that the venue had, so she had to go with it.
Yeah, yeah.
He was made up.
So they didn't have two rings; they just had one ring to roll them all.
They had to.
Hey, there we go.
See,
well,
I-
it is.
I know
That's the
some
ring.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
So well done. That's
Thank
fine.
you, thank you.
So
you can't
he
say exactly what
Oh,
it is, but
okay.
he had a lovely engraving
He
put in,
did.
and much to her disgust, she did not want it
She was
at
not
all.
a fan.
She
but
was
he
like,
even had it in like the Lord of the
no.
Rings font and
Yeah,
everything. It
That's
was
pretty
all
cool,
on the
though.
inside,
Perfect.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
And
That's
he
one of my
absolutely
favourites.
adored it.
Yeah,
but
you wait,
she
watch
was,
our socials
Yeah.
and wait for that to come up when
I
we
don't
come.
think they're even married.
No,
yet, are
so
they?
when we
Married
can
this
post
year.
pictures of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
Imagine
a
if they're one of my
reminder.
couples as well. That'd be fun.
Oh, maybe.
That would be good.
I like
Keep
it
an
when
eye
that
out.
happens.
Yeah,
Keep an
you
eye
see
out.
anything Lord of the Rings, you'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Hey, up.
That's Charles's favourite.
I'll make sure I get a special close up.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So what are
Amazing.
some of the most important factors when couples come to choosing their wedding rings?
Ooh, important factors.
I think one of the ones that we remind people about the most is probably the lifestyle and longevity in it.
Yeah.
You know, not just referring to metals. Obviously, you should pick wisely. Again, we're there to guide on that. But style.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you think about something you might love today.
Mm-hmm.
40 years from now,
Yeah.
is that still going to be
Yeah.
your style?
We
You
do
still-
ask that question as well,
We
don't
do.
we?
It needs to be timeless.
Yeah.
It does, so
Yeah.
that you love it just as much.
Mhm.
And how
40
but how do
years.
you figure that out? If because if I like black
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now, but I
Which a lot
don't
of
know if
people
I'm not
do.
gonna
Yeah.
like it in
Yeah.
the future. I mean, I can't imagine I won't.
No, you'll still love it in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something that they need to decide. You know yourself better
Mhm.
than we
Yeah.
know you.
How
so-
often your style changes and that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
But also knowing that a lot of things with the ring, because our rings are such high quality, we can have them. We can have changes made
Yeah.
to them if,
Yeah,
if
later
needs
on.
be. So if you go for a certain engraving on it, for example, and then 10, 20 years from now you think, oh, actually that's a bit lively. I'd quite like to calm it down a bit.
Yeah.
We can have that sort of redesign, so it's still your ring.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
there are ways
options.
around it.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
obviously we just want you to love that ring forever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So how do you deal with like people that come in, like you said, lifestyle? You get a lot of builders come in.
Yeah,
we do.
tons of
Yeah.
tradespeople, don't we?
And a lot of tradespeople that think I'm never going to be able to wear a ring. I don't know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
And us being able to explain to them that no, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
We deal with some really tough metals,
Mhm.
and we'll advise them on certain finishes and things like that.
Yeah.
Some rings will obviously be a bit more susceptible to scratching and
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all
things.
metal scratches, doesn't it? And we always
Yeah.
say that to people. We don't want to give them any false hope
No,
or
but
anything.
even using your laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had that
Scratch your
before,
ring.
haven't we?
Yeah.
And that's it. You do get
Will
the
it scratch my laptop?
He's more worried about his laptop.
That's what makes me my money.
Oh, Shanice is a lucky girl, isn't she? Isn't she?
Isn't she?
Yeah.
You wait till she gets that engagement ring Joe's ordered with us.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I do actually have some news. Please don't be mad at me.
Oh, hang on.
I am actually proposing. I know.
And you haven't bought the ring from us?
Are you doing it before
Right,
the podcast
Lee.
goes out?
Yes.
Get your stuff.
Uh,
We're
What?
leaving.
Hang on.
We're leaving.
So
What with us?
No,
I
get your things.
I
It's
have
over.
I have a good excuse.
Try us. It won't be, but try
So-
us.
we were walking past the shop that I bought it at, and she chose it. She pointed it out.
Okay.
And then I went back. Because
you went back, took a picture and sent it to us and said, "Make
there you go." Exactly. The company was Kingstown Rings. But I promise we will come for our wedding rings.
Of course you will.
And you can come to the wedding.
Even better.
Love it.
And something else that's a bit funky, I've got an Iron Man ring box as well to give it to her.
Oh, I love that.
I'm actually going to have to edit this with headphones on now as well, though.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Does she not watch your socials?
No, she don't like the podcast.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. She likes the podcast.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well said, Giles.
Oh my
well recovered.
God.
Well,
Wait for that
congratulations.
appointment.
I'm excited.
No beers.
No, what?
Because apparently we don't do beers.
Why don't we do beers?
Where's my beer?
Oh yeah, we were.
I did just offer you a beer, and you
Yeah,
said
you
no.
did. We'll
You
have
said
that
we
second
said it
half.
in-
We're actually coming back in the second half.
Yeah,
for a
second half's
beer.
going to be
Yes.
mental.
Yeah.
Banging.
It was rolling when you turned down the beer the first time.
Oh, it's on camera.
But yes, big boy moves. I am proposing.
Amazing.
I
Very
love
excited
that.
for you.
You are very, very lucky.
Yes.
I am
Yeah.
absolutely.
Super lucky.
Yeah.
And we forgive you.
We do forgive you.
so
We
sorry.
can't wait for you to come to us.
I
for your
really
wedding
did
ring.
want to come to you girls as well. But obviously we are in the industry, and we have spoke about it a lot over the year. So when we walk past the shop, she will look at some,
Yeah.
and she's very much like vintage. She likes vintage stuff, which is
Nice.
great. And
Me
it was the
too.
first time we walked past the shop that weren't vintage, and
Ah.
she absolutely fell in love with it,
Oh.
like to the point where I had to drag her away.
Do you know what?
That's fair
This
enough.
this goes back to what we said earlier, though. Ultimately, we want everyone to have what they want. And
Yeah.
there will be times like that where that moment presents itself.
Yeah,
and it's not
exactly.
with us, so.
And the ladies that were in there that sold me the ring, they
Nothing
were
like
they
us.
were nothing like you, but they were just like 2 stops below. They were really, really
Two
nice.
stops.
2 stops
I like
below.
it.
That's
Okay.
still very high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually bought the ring. I took our daughter Robin with me to buy the
cute.
ring, and I went back a month later to pick it up after it had been resized. And the lady remembered Robin. Like they gave her a book to like read and then let her keep it.
Yeah.
And then they've given us a teddy bear as well when I bought it to give to Robin.
Yeah.
So it goes back to that experience thing, right?
Yes,
I will always remember
absolutely.
buying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then when we come to you for the wedding rings, it's
Yes.
another
Can
one.
I just say that whenever people bring their children to their appointment with us, which happens fairly often,
Yeah, it
doesn't
does. Yeah.
The whole thing falls down because I
Yeah.
just play with the babies the whole time.
That's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
there playing with kids.
If it helps-
Dogs is even worse. Dogs, you
Oh,
get neither of
dogs.
us.
No,
dogs is like we
dogs, we're
throw the ring
I
at
totally
you.
get it. Yeah.
You crack on. We're playing with the dogs.
If it helps, I totally 110% regret taking Robin.
Oh, do you?
I love her to pieces.
Yeah.
But that kid is super grass.
Oh,
So
Oh, so
luckily I bought it around Mother's Day.
right.
And me and Robin snuck off to go to the shop.
Yeah.
And we sat there for ages, and I'm like, I've paid for it, and I'm going, she's gonna grass me out. So we walked out, and Pandora was right next door. So I was like, just spent that money, and now I'm gonna have to go and buy her another ring. So we went into Pandora.
That's the ring Robin's
Yeah.
talking about.
Amazing.
And
Got ya.
literally Mother's Day came around, and
No.
we gave her that ring, and she goes, "What about the other ring?" Luckily, luckily we played it off quite well.
Yeah.
You got away with it.
Yeah, and Shanice's mum is in on it as well. Luckily, she was there and was like, "Yeah, no, he ain't gonna do that." I think me being a massive wind up for 3 years has helped.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just been one giant. It's a long game.
Yeah,
Exactly,
playing the long
Yeah,
game.
I like it.
Do you have any ideas how you can do it?
We're going to Italy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
lads, take note.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't know we're going to Italy. She
Oh,
knows
she
we're going
doesn't know.
away.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I've literally, I've convinced her it's for her birthday because it's her 30th in August.
Beautiful.
But obviously August is too busy, so
Yeah.
May we're going away.
Yeah.
And I've now given her like 30 gifts for your 30th. So
Oh, sweet.
she knows we're leaving the country now. So we're off to Milan and then driving down to Tuscany.
And when is this?
Wow.
May. The day before Star Wars Day, I'm going to do it.
Are you-
Yeah.
Day before Star Wars Day.
Because he
Star
hates
Wars
Star
Day
Wars.
is-
Yeah. If there was a Harry Potter Day, I'm in.
Oh,
Do you-
okay.
oh,
You're Harry
I'm
Potter
Harry
as well.
Potter
as
Yeah.
well.
Harry
We've
Potter.
just
Big
finished
biggest
watching them
geek.
all again. Yeah.
Oh,
my
I love
goodness.
watching them all again.
I've never
Yeah.
seen a single one.
No, I've read all the books as well. I'm that geek. One of my, well, for both of us, favourite parts of when a couple comes in is we always want to hear about the proposal.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. God help anyone that has to propose to me.
It's one of my
day,
questions
because-
at wedding
Oh,
films.
it's
I
just
love
the
it.
best.
Yeah.
I love it.
We love hearing their stories,
Yeah,
don't we?
every one of them is so different from the next. and
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, there's something that didn't quite
Yeah,
go to plan.
Yeah.
But it's
exactly.
lovely seeing them both like laugh their heads off about it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
it's
their
so
story.
beautiful.
When you hear the ones where they go for a walk with their dog, and then as you bent down, the dogs run off.
Yeah, so many things.
So you're like
so
running
many-
away, just waiting for the yes. or-
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
There
And
you go.
when we've had people in getting engagement rings from us, and like you, they've sort of talked us through what their plan
Yeah.
is. The last one, do you remember the whole day we knew he was going to propose? We were a
Oh,
wreck.
Yeah,
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were like, I wonder what he's doing. I wonder
Yeah,
if
has
he's
he
done
done
it.
it
yet.
yet? Has he done it yet?
You get so invested.
So invested.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
obviously, I don't get to meet really before that moment.
Yeah.
But you get invested in their story, so you get
Oh,
invested in
so
them, which is really
much.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really do. And for us, it's afterwards when we then get to meet her.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a moment for us.
Yeah,
isn't
because
it?
we feel like we know her
Yeah,
already, because we
which must
talk
be a
about
bit
what
weird
kind
for
of.
her.
Yeah.
She comes in
Yeah.
and we know everything.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we do. We like to know, what they do for a living, obviously for the practical side of
Yeah.
it, but also what style, that kind of thing. We look at Instagram pictures
Yeah,
of like that kind
not
of
in a
thing.
creepy way.
Not us on our own.
No,
like,
with
him.
with him
Him
or
or
her.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the person.
We've had
This
it
is going
before where we've had it was a gorgeous, lovely woman came in. She wanted to propose to her girlfriend, and she's sat down and we've started asking her, right, what sort of ideas have you got? And she's like, oh, I have no idea. So do they wear more white colour metals or yellow? I don't know. So we literally had to Facebook stalk this
no.
woman.
Yeah,
with her
zooming in on her
girlfriend.
earrings,
Yeah,
zooming in
trying
on
to
her,
find out her style and all that, and we nailed it, didn't
Yeah.
we? The three of us
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
it was perfect. And then when we met her afterwards, she was like, "It's exactly what I would have picked.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Worth the stalking."
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
That
do
was
that.
a long consultation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our consultations are
They
long, aren't they?
They're normally 2 to 3 hours minimum.
Yeah.
We've had longer.
We spend the first hour just like
Chatting.
chatting,
Oh, we
pretty
do.
much. Yeah, getting to know them, getting to
Like
know
what we did before we pressed camera.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
they missed all the good stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was the best hour.
Is
It was
where I
amazing.
provide a secret GoPro and
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I haven't. Not that I
Good.
tell
Oh, good.
people
I
anyway.
wouldn't put it past you, Joe.
Hey.
Yeah, it is though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just it's lovely
it
and it takes a long time.
It
It's a
does.
big
And
decision.
it's a huge compliment really to us that they want to sit and tell us their
Yeah.
story and
Yeah.
tell us all about them, and it's such a gorgeous feeling.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
getting all soppy.
This episode is sponsored by Kingstown Rings, your go-to for beautifully handcrafted wedding rings made right here in the UK. Whether you're after a classic gold band, something a little bit more unique, or even custom designs, Laura and Hayley are the dream team that will help you find the perfect fit. They believe that your wedding rings should be just as special as your vows, and trust me, they'll make the whole process feel just as special. Head over to www.kingstownrings.co.uk to book your free consultation and start your forever with something truly timeless.
Okay. We're half a beer down.
There you go. That's
Things
the
have got-
problem.
Yeah, the beer.
Lucky.
I did promise a beer in the bar, so
You did.
Oh, he won't do
Many
that after
moons
us.
ago.
yeah. Even though I didn't come to you for the engagement ring,
Stop
did
going
get a
on
bit.
about it.
sorry.
I'm over it.
Jeez.
I'm over it.
It's like he doesn't want me to be over it.
He wants you to be mad at
He
him
does.
I am
I'll
really sorry.
continue to be.
until they come
Until
for
the wedding
Until- yeah.
rings. Yes.
I still don't feel like I'm going to live it down. So
No,
No.
Yeah,
I'm going to
but
remind you every time I
it's
see
too
you.
late to
will
take
as
it back
well.
now.
Yeah, no, it's never too late, Joe.
So let's get back into
Okay,
me
okay.
not getting in trouble now. So,
Okay.
Yes.
are there any mistakes couples make when it comes to getting their wedding rings?
Mm,
Ooh.
yes.
I'd say probably buying online
Yeah. Or where they got the engagement ring from.
or going back to where.
Yeah.
That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've heard that a lot over the years. if he's bought the engagement ring from a certain shop.
Which is exactly what we're
Yeah.
Yes.
It does feel
Yeah, you don't
personal. It
need to get
it doesn't
that.
feel like an actual tip for couples. It feels like I'm getting told off again.
Yeah, it does. We didn't mean
It's just
that.
a
We didn't
happy
mean that.
coincidence, Joe.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So
But no, they do. It's like they're like on autopilot.
yeah, you sort of program that if you got it from that
Yeah.
certain jewellers on the high street, that's where you go back
Yeah.
and get your wedding rings. And we're here to
Is that
say,
just because like people
you don't
think
have to.
that they could get a matching
yes,
ring for the
but we
engagement
can
ring?
absolutely make a
Yeah,
matching
they're
ring
not the
for
only
you.
people that can. And also, it can be quite the opposite, where they will then only
Think
suggest
that they've got
there's 2 rings that will work with that
ring.
engagement ring, and
Right.
it's not the
Which are
case. You could
pricey.
wear
yeah, which top end of your
Yeah.
budget, yeah,
wear so many different options
Yes.
with that ring.
yeah.
So,
But actually, yeah, you might find that
yeah, I'd say that's a big mistake that people
Yeah.
make. If you want to go and do that, awesome.
Yeah.
That's fine, but you don't have to.
But also
Yeah.
the online thing, we do find that. We've found that a few times, haven't we,
Yeah.
recently, where people have ordered online for budget reasons.
Yeah.
And that's, like we said at the beginning, that's fair enough. Everyone's got a budget to work to.
Yeah.
But yeah, people might think, oh, well, you know, it's only X amount to get that ring, you know, and then it comes and it's either too big or too small
Yeah.
or it's not very good
We
quality.
then like struggle to find someone to resize it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or where we've had a few people now come to us, mostly with gents rings, where they've done that and they got married a few years back,
Yeah.
and now they're having to replace
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because it's worn straight
Yeah.
down or it's cracked or something like that.
And it's supposed to last a lifetime. Yeah. And that's what
Yeah.
we do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Online shopping's dangerous, man.
It is.
It is dangerous, and I can see why people get swept up in it.
Yeah.
you know, but it's seeing the value, isn't it?
Yeah.
In there's a reason why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So
What do you girls think of like the rubber rings?
Yeah, we're all
For, like,
it,
buildings
aren't
and
we?
stuff.
they've
But-
definitely got their place.
yeah, for like the silicone rings, we often
Silicone,
suggest them. Yeah,
Yeah.
for guys who don't want to wear their proper wedding, ring at work.
Yeah. A lot of guys keep their wedding ring at home,
Mm-hmm.
so they'll have like a silicone ring on.
Get
While
through the
they're at
door
work.
after work and then just
And swap
change
it
it over,
out.
which is quite
Yeah,
nice. So yeah, we're all
A
for that.
ring for
Yeah.
business and pleasure. What?
Oh, God. This
Sorry.
is taking a turn.
It's the
Yeah.
chocolate beer.
Cheers.
Chocolate
Yeah.
stout. A weird fizzy coffee.
Fizzy
Oh,
coffee,
I
yeah.
can still taste
so
it.
Very
strange,
odd.
isn't it?
Oh.
I don't want to promote this thing, but
No,
I don't
don't.
think you should.
yeah, it's like licking a battery.
It is-
Chocolate
it is.
stout. Stay
Licking
clear
a
from.
battery in a can.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is- yeah.
Oh, that's my youth.
Thanks for sharing.
That's all of our youth. I think.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
So, what ways can couples sort of like personalize their rings to make them unique to them?
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
We're doing quite a lot of like heirloom stones, aren't we? A
Mm.
lot of people are coming to us with like their grandmother's
Yeah.
engagement ring or
Well,
a
that's
mother's
cute.
engagement ring, that kind
Yeah.
of thing, and want to use the diamonds from it in
Bit
their
like
own.
different ring.
Yeah, exactly. But in their own wedding ring.
And we're able to provide like for like. So if their grandmother's diamonds are a certain size, but they want more of them, then we can also
Add to that,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
so that they all blend perfectly, but they know that those
Yeah.
ones in the middle.
Yeah. There's obviously engraving. We talked about that before, didn't we? About having like song lyrics or a quote or
Yeah.
even a little symbol. We've done a symbol, like they had a nickname for each other
Yeah.
and we put the symbols in.
Yeah.
each
It's
ring.
very cute. So only they will know what that means.
Yeah.
but It's it's
And little
lovely.
stones set on the insides of the rings as well. Little
Okay.
Yeah.
tiny birthstones to like signify,
Yeah.
the months that they were born or their children's month.
Yeah, we've had that. We've also had ones where they've surprised each other with the engraving.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
So
sweet.
they don't know. Some we've had
Sort of
them.
a different way of doing your vows, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
vows are not that popular now.
No, they're
Like
not.
personalised vows.
Very
No.
few people now do
Yeah.
that. Don't
Yeah.
they?
And I love it. I love personalised vows.
Do you?
I think it's something that I think is going to start coming back in.
Yeah.
Um,
With ChatGPT.
yeah, exactly. You know, yeah,
There
Yes.
you go.
yeah,
It can
man.
write them for
I
you.
can definitely get him
Yeah.
to write mine.
Exactly.
He's
Just
a genius.
a little bio in it. It
Genius.
spits out everything. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Don't do that, Joe.
Oh, okay.
From the heart.
Right. Google
She'll
Google
know.
AI instead.
Do you want a bit of this?
Thank you.
Yeah, I just think it's so personal because obviously like brides don't do speeches necessarily now
No.
either. So it's nice for the groom to have that little bit of a moment to hear that as well.
Yeah,
Because it's always
definitely.
the groom saying the nice things that hopefully
Yeah.
the nice things at the speech. So it's
Yeah.
nice to have that little moment back for him as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I really love that idea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is that with the engraving. It's just that little message to each other.
Yeah.
Whether they've come up with it together or it is a surprise. However they go about it, it's.
And only they really know it's there as well. And we
Yeah.
can do it really tiny. Lots of the time we get asked, don't we? I'm only getting a 2.5 mil band or whatever.
Slimmer.
Will I be able to see it? And we're like, yep, don't worry.
Yeah,
It'll be tiny, but you'll know it's there.
Yeah.
You can read it just looking at it.
Just knowing that it's there, right? You don't need to be able to
exactly.
read it or show
Everything, isn't it?
everyone. And
Yeah. It's a
nice
lot of
little moment for them.
Yeah.
Are vintage rings still a thing? Are they still in style?
Yeah, definitely. Vintage
Definitely.
style.
Yeah.
aren't
I think a lot of people now are seeing how great it looks when you combine sort of that contemporary style with vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than sort of all vintage, you can incorporate that vintage element into your rings.
Yeah, definitely.
Classic modern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And whether it's little tweaks, a little sort of certain edging that we'll put onto the ring, or whether it's full blown vintage-esque style,
Yeah.
whatever it is, I love that we're seeing that more and more of people having that little nod
Yeah.
to that era.
So all that's starting to come back round. It's like saying everything comes back round.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's definitely starting to come back round because there's so much like character to vintage style rings, isn't there?
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
I think, and you've hit the nail on the head there, really. I think it is just adding more personality to your ring.
Yeah.
You know, and a bit of individuality as well. Not having a ring that, you know, for some people they'll want a ring that looks just like their mum's ring, that looked just like their nan's ring, and there's a sort of romanticism to that, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But then for others, it is putting their own spin on it. This is my style, so I've still got a classic ring, but I'm incorporating a bit of me into it.
Yeah.
Showing personality.
And also, I think with vintage rings, you know, there's some beautiful, beautiful vintage rings out there, obviously, but somebody's worn that before.
Yeah.
So for some people, they don't like that. The
Like a
fact that
superstition sort of,
yeah, there are a lot
Yeah.
of superstitions that we hear
Yeah,
about,
there
aren't
are,
there?
aren't
Like
Even-
buying a second-hand dress. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like some people doesn't bother them at all.
No.
You know, it just depends what your priorities are, doesn't it?
My favourite superstition is burying a sausage.
Oh my God.
burying a sausage.
Honestly, we only heard about that
when we
a couple of years
started.
ago, wasn't it?
It is
And
my
I think
absolute favourite.
It is
when the
hilarious.
bride first said, she said it to us so casually that this is what she'd come to have her ring cleaned like the week before the wedding, her engagement ring.
Yeah. And we were talking about the weather, weren't we? What the weather's going to look
So
like.
obviously I'm going to go and bury a sausage the night before, and then I'm going to get my nails done that afternoon. And we were like, I'm sorry, what?
Pardon?
You're going to do what?
But then all sorts of questions come out of that. Is it raw?
Cocktail.
Is it
Cumberland.
cooked?
Yes,
Whereabouts? Do you bury it at
Frankfurt,
home? Do you bury it at the venue? Like, you
Yeah.
know, there must be venues with like flower beds full of sausages.
Yeah.
Which is
It's the secret. It's the secret
be.
sausage for me. Like the
secret
venues that
sausage.
won't allow them now to bury a sausage.
must-
So the
they
couple
must
to
do.
just like
Yeah.
sneak
They're
your
breaking
sausage.
you
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
just a little one, like a cocktail
Yeah.
or a chipolata.
No one will notice.
Yeah.
Just making a hole in the
I like how you just described burying it.
I was thinking like a heel going in and then just shoving the chipolata. Anyway.
How's that bit?
Someone out there is going to clip that.
That's a
Please
meme.
God, no.
Yeah.
I've literally had about that much. You've shared it
Amazing.
with me.
Ah.
Terrible. I need to put that down.
Things can only get better.
Sure.
You've got to drive home.
I know.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
No drink driving.
I've had 3 sips.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I've had.
So, are there any red flags that couples should look out for if, obviously, they're not going for you for their wedding rings?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
We can get dishy here.
Oh, can we?
Yes, your podcast.
Well, I don't know. Pushy salespeople,
Yeah.
obviously, like we talked about before, targets and stuff like that. We hate. We've both done it. Worked
Yeah.
to sales targets over the years, but you know, it's not something that we do. But
think-
it's something that a lot of
Yeah.
jewelers will do.
They will.
They'll have certain stock that they want to shift.
Certain suppliers will they'll be under pressure to sell from certain suppliers over others and things like that. Whereas with us, everything's bespoke made for you, so there's that element isn't there.
Yeah.
I think as well is sort of being dictated to, being told, if this is your budget, this is where you go. If that's your budget, that's where you go. Or if you're this class of person, this is what you do. It's deciding for yourself. You know, we've heard it quite a lot where people have assumed that because we are a bespoke wedding ring,
that it's going to be expensive.
that it's going to be really expensive, and it's just not the case.
Yeah.
You know, we can cater to most. There will be certain things we just can't do without closing the business down. But we will always do what we can, and we'll always try and be there for every kind of budget. So that's been a big thing for us, is trying to
overcome that.
get that message across that we're not necessarily out of your budget just because
the word bespoke is in there.
By appointment only. People automatically associate that with big bucks, and it just doesn't have to be that.
It's nice having that luxury feel and working with each budget though.
Everyone deserves that, don't they? That's what we always say.
What your budget is, everyone should be
treated the same
to have that.
And deserving of that whole experience and made to feel special and have what they want.
That was so important to us from day one, wasn't it?
And there are certain things that we can do, like, you know, if someone falls in love with a certain design, you know, it may be that you can have that design but just smaller diamonds, or you can have that but just a different metal
or a different weight, or something like that. So we'll always try, if it is out of your price range, we will always try and find solutions to that as best we can.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's good that you can do that for couples, even if they're not planning on buying with you at the end of it. Like it's not like you say pushy, and because you've now entered your little cabin that they have to buy. Little cabin. I don't know why I said little. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. It sounds lovely.
It's so cute, isn't it?
Little luxury cabin.
Luxury
Cabin's probably a bad word as well, isn't it?
Studio. I love a cabin.
Studio.
But
cabin is like the name in most horror movies. So
cabin in the woods.
Let's not put that out.
The ring cabin in
There's
Deal.
nothing horror movie about. No. Ring cabin.
No, it's a studio. It's a design studio. It's a luxury design.
Luxury design studio.
Exactly.
I like it.
For all budgets.
Yeah.
Love that.
No murdering.
No ghosts.
No ghosts.
We haven't seen a single ghost.
No. Touch wood.
TBD. So what tips have you got for couples that are working within a specific budget?
Tell us.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think...
Say it out loud.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like they can't...
talk about money. Money's a weird thing, isn't it?
And we get that. Yeah. We do, but you can trust us.
Yeah.
You know,
everyone's got a budget that they're working
It's important to be open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether your budget is £1,000 or £10,000, like whatever it is, if you tell us what it is and tell us a rough idea of what you're after, we will always be honest.
Yeah,
you know,
that's it.
We always will try and get people what they want.
But
just tell us.
Yeah, and that's happened to us a few times, hasn't it? Not very often, but when people are, you know, people will be honest and say, let's a little bit out of our price range, and then, like I said earlier, we can tweak things. We can change things around, but it's the people that go, oh yeah, we'll go and think about it, and then
I think a lot of the budget boils down to what happens on the actual day of the wedding, from like conversations, and there is like a bit of a thing about the stuff that lasts forever, like photos, videos, rings. Like that for me personally anyway would be where most of the budget would go.
Yes. But we also understand that the day, you want the day to be amazing. You want the entertainment to be top class. You want the food to be amazing.
The best day of your life.
Of course you do. And for all your friends and family as well. We get that as well. We get, you know, I would never judge someone for prioritising certain things, but
no, not at all.
Like you said, as long as, you know, honesty, just be honest with us. Tell us.
We've
spoken to quite a few people that have messaged us beforehand, and you're sort of going back and forth, and eventually they'll tell you, and it's like, well, no, that's well within. And they're so surprised by it. So
see, I've just put on my website rough budget in my inquiry form.
Oh, okay.
And people are filling it out.
That's pretty good.
Because I don't put my price in anywhere.
No.
I don't know why. It's not a problem. Just because then when they inquire, they get my brochure with all my pricing on.
Perfect.
So there's no like, just because I see you've got a fancy venue, I'm going to hit you with, like, you know.
There's no.
No.
it's just I like to keep that private from potential other competitors as well.
Yeah,
For us, it's so difficult because there's so many
tricky.
variables. Like if we get a message, because obviously people can contact us any which way on all the different platforms. But if we get a message on Instagram, for example, just saying, how much
for a platinum.
Yeah,
it doesn't even go that far. Sometimes.
How much are the rings?
How much are the rings? And you're like,
I had one where it was just like a pound sign and a question mark.
oh no, not even a sentence.
I promise you now, if you inquire with me with a pound sign and a question mark, I'm not responding.
I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to send him that.
Yeah, I would.
Cancel?
He should have got his engagement ring from us.
Should have. This will die.
We've let it down. We've let it go.
Wait and see my response to that inquiry now.
I look forward to that.
It's so true. Like, it's so difficult. That there's so many variables.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's understanding where they're coming from.
Yeah.
For so many people, if you've never been married before, you don't know what's
Never
involved.
planned a wedding.
No.
You don't know. You want to know roughly what I'm looking at. How much am I roughly looking at? My dress, my venue, my ring.
Just to know that that's okay to ask us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the best jump off point in that situation is then tell us a rough budget.
Yeah.
If you tell us that your budget is £3,000, for example, we're not going to then try and meet that. We're always going to, our pricing is so transparent to couples on the day when they come in to see us. The price of precious metal is constantly fluctuating, so it is on the day prices.
Yeah.
Just be honest. Just tell us sort of what you're looking at, and we'll tell you.
Well, you could end up being like £1,000 less than what they thought.
Exactly, and most of the time that's what happens.
It is. We get that so often. We're like, don't.
It's
they
so
always
true.
say to us, "Oh my god, I didn't expect it to be
9 times out of 10."
I
turn around and go, "Oh my god, I expected it to be more than that."
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you are getting what you want for less than you thought, and you've had this great
You've
experience.
got a bit more money in your budget.
Exactly.
And that's what we always say to people.
We always say that.
Yeah.
That's a lovely feeling, isn't it?
So when should couples start looking for their rings?
Ooh, good
That's
question,
another good question, isn't it?
He's
You
good
thought
at
about
this.
these.
You should do this.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT again.
Of course.
Again.
Love him.
Do you say please and thank you to him?
No.
Do you not?
No.
You've got to.
I'm not paying for the subscription, so
Do you? Neither am I.
I really should. I really should.
Yeah,
say
me
please.
too.
Do you say please and thank you to Siri?
No.
Oh,
I don't. I don't talk to Siri
No, I don't talk to
because
Siri.
she butts her nose in.
She?
Yeah,
Have
I've
you
got
got
a she.
Mine's a he.
I've got a she.
Oh, I didn't
She
know that.
butts her nose
No,
in
they were-
halfway through a normal conversation, but when you ask for her, she don't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
I use
That's
mine for
annoying.
the same 2 things over and over. So
Play music.
We're
What
fine.
time is it?
skip this track, turn my alarm off. And every
I
time
don't
I
use
say
it at
thank
all.
you, and he goes, no problem. But in a Kiwi accent, not American.
A
I can't do
Kiwi?
it. He's New Zealand.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
You wait for the rise of the robots.
Well, they'll
As
love
long as you
me.
said thank you and please, then
Exactly.
we'll be fine.
They will
We'll
love
survive.
me.
Especially if you've got
Joe
a Kiwi rope. No, I'm screwed.
Totally screwed.
He didn't say thank you to us. Cut his Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What was the question?
When should
they
people
come
buy
to
their
us?
ring?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is a bit of
Yeah.
a difficult one. So we would say ideally in an ideal world about 6 months.
Yeah, that's the ideal.
6 months before you get married, because
Okay.
then that gives us loads of time for the design process
and the
and
rings to be made.
from scratch.
And then for you to come in, make sure that everything's perfect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
take them away. So
But equally, like Hayley said about the fluctuating prices of precious metal,
Mm-hmm.
gold has been consistently going up since COVID.
yeah.
So if you leave it any longer, it sounds really salesy, doesn't it? But we don't want
But
you to
you get
leave
it,
it too
get it,
late,
yeah.
and then it could be
More
cheaper to
expensive.
buy them now than it
Yeah.
is in a year's time.
Yeah.
So we've had people come to us a year in advance,
Sorry.
and then also people come to us with a few months.
What's the
The cut off
the last minute cut off?
for us to be able to sleep easy and not worry about it 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so. But saying that, we've got a couple in this weekend, haven't we, who are getting married in June,
Mm-hmm.
looking at getting their rings. So that for us is like, that's 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That's very, very tight.
Yeah.
but we will make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for anyone watching,
Yeah,
Please don't do
ideally 6 months. Would be
4
great.
months minimum, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if someone is watching this and thinks, oh, I wish I could have gone there and
wish I
get
could have
married
gone-
in a
yeah.
month,"
Yeah.
just try us.
Try it. You never know.
there'll
It's
be
always
some-
worth the question.
And
Yeah.
there will be some designs that are a little bit quicker to make
Yeah.
than others.
Yeah.
So,
If you went for something completely, quite
Classic.
plain, classic
Yeah.
bands, that kind of thing, we can make those.
we'll
quicker.
work around it.
Yeah.
And not sleep.
Who needs sleep?
Well, exactly.
It's a luxury in this
Yeah.
job. So what are your top 3 biggest tips for a couple on their wedding day? That can be
On the
wedding
day.
planning, wedding day, or even post-wedding.
Oh,
Don't forget the rings.
yeah, that's a good one.
Or give them to a really, really trustworthy person.
Yes.
Yeah.
To a trustworthy person.
Have your engagement ring professionally cleaned
Cleaned,
before
yes.
the wedding, so that when you
Absolutely.
have an amazing videographer that wants to
Yes.
get great close-up
Close-ups.
shots, it's not dirty
Yes.
and it looks just as good as the wedding band.
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
always
I've done a
encourage
lot of
people.
close-up shots on rings and
ended up
Had to
cleaning
clean
them
them up.
yourself.
Yep.
And yeah.
Was that you?
That's the second one.
Yeah, that was
That's
me.
the one he's done.
I know.
Anyway,
just in this podcast, I've done like 12 today.
Yeah.
anyway,
My whole life.
yeah.
How many was that?
The
Was that
week
2?
that was 2. So the week before or the week of is what we say. Come to us, let us. They literally sit and have a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
and we kind of help them chill out a bit because they're normally quite overwhelmed because they're about to get married.
Yeah.
And let us make your engagement ring look perfect and beautiful
And
as
at its
we
best.
can. Yes,
for the
so
big
that
day.
It's ready.
So you
it's
girls do
camera
the
ready.
cleaning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
all of it.
Do all that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
Any for post-wedding?
post-wedding.
Post-wedding, yeah.
What, looking after your rings?
Rings or just in
Oh,
general. It doesn't need to be
anything.
about
It
rings.
needs to be about rings.
does
really,
need to be about
Jack.
rings. We like to keep things.
On point.
yeah.
The sleep shower swim for me. That is such a sticking
Oh,
point
here we
for
go
me. I
again.
know, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
right.
just think it took you all this time to say that to me. I'm
What?
impressed. Look after your rings.
I know.
You want them
Look
to
after your
last
rings.
forever. Look after them. Or let us look after them. Come and have them cleaned on the regular.
Have a
Yeah.
coffee.
Have a coffee, have a cake.
Yes.
Chill out. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's just take care of them. You want them to look great for the rest of your lives together. So look after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you recommend ring insurance?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah. You can put them on your house insurance, and we say that to couples as a kind of minimum standard,
yeah.
don't we? Put them on your.
Is that just if anything goes wrong in the house, though?
Most insurance companies, I think, like cover you outside of the house as
Yeah.
well, so
Okay.
it's covering the item.
And 9 times out of 10, they've put the engagement ring on there
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just adding those
Adding the
rings.
wedding rings to that, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with actual
No.
proper jewelry insurance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
There's some great ones, great policies out there. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
if anyone's
worth
after
doing.
it, they can give you a call.
Yeah,
they can.
absolutely.
Give us a shout.
Yeah.
Get in for a consultation as well.
Yes, Joe.
So where can people find you for to get you booked in for a consultation anyway?
Well, we've made it very easy, haven't we? I think when we thought about the name for the company, we wanted to keep it simple. We're in Kingstown and we do rings, so it's Kingstown Rings. It's Kingstown Rings at everything.
Yeah, you can't
But
forget it.
No, it's Kingston. But people do.
People
still
always say,
ask
"So
us,
where are you based?"
Where are you based?
Kingstown.
But if you don't know where Kingstown is, then we tend to say near
we
Deal.
forgive them if they're not from Deal or Dover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyone
Otherwise-
that's from Deal and says, "Where are you based?"
yeah, They do
Anyway.
get a little look from us.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's Kingstown Rings. So it's at Kingstown Rings.
Kingstown Rings.
Kingstown Rings. I'm going country now. Kingstown Rings on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Don't
but
say
don't
it.
look at. Don't
we
look
on
at
TikTok?
No.
Oh no! Don't look
Just
at TikTok
glance
too
at
much.
TikTok.
Mm.
Don't look at it.
We're all going to head to TikTok
No.
right now.
Past it very
Right now,
quickly.
we're all going to head to
Oh,
TikTok
no.
at Kingstown Rings.
No,
There's a lot of.
Comment on everything.
Book in with us in spite of TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to take TikTok down as soon as we leave.
I'll make a
Cancel the
brand new one
account,
for you.
cancel the account.
I'm just going to clip that sausage moment. Put that on.
You're doing it now. We're both doing it.
I know, sorry.
Sorry, we're so professional.
We are.
Yes. So, and then www.kingstownrings.co.uk is our website, and that's where we've got like a booking form and that kind of stuff on
but
there.
you don't even have to do that. You can literally just message us on
just
socials.
ping us a message.
Yeah.
and we're very chatty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
info at Kingstown Rings. if you want to just shoot us an email and just sort of let us know where you're at and you're planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about getting you booked in and what you're after and everything.
Yeah.
Amazing. We'll make sure you get tagged in everything anyway, like usual.
Awesome.
Thank
you, Joe.
Oh, that's a bad time for a phone call.
Feel free, we'll wait.
Before I'll call him back. It's ring insurance. I'm joking. Can you imagine? Who would you like to see on the podcast in the future?
Oh, I would like to see Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
From Bridal Boutique Jewels.
Yes.
Okay.
So she owns a wedding dress boutique in Deal.
Not far from us.
Yeah, not far from us at all. Joe, you will love her.
She's a real character.
No one, I don't think, has ever met Jessica and not just loved her.
Yeah, she's a
brilliant.
great. Yeah,
she'll be here for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll get some more
get
of
rid
this
of it.
dodgy
Yeah,
chocolate
she'll
stout.
love it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
She's brilliant.
And Miranda from the
Miranda.
Pretty Petal Cake Company.
Well
I always
done.
get
That's
that
a
wrong.
mouthful,
Yeah,
isn't
in it.
Yeah.
But she's fantastic
Her
as well. Isn't
cakes are phenomenal.
She can come on if she brings samples.
She
Yeah.
will.
Oh, she will. Yeah,
She
she's
will.
really
So
good at
I've
that.
given you samples back today, so that doesn't
Yeah,
seem
got
fair.
them in my
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
No, sorry, we didn't bring
She
it.
needs to no. Give me one back.
But yeah, she's great, isn't she? And she's just done that whole big leap from she's quit her job that she was in for 20 years, and she's just
Because she's just so popular.
brilliant.
The business
Yeah.
is there for her. Everybody can see the value in what
But
she does.
she's a great personality. isn't
She's
she? Yeah.
such a great personality. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well, we'll reach out to both of them and hopefully get them on the show.
Amazing.
Mate, can we come?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll sit that side.
We'll
Yeah.
sit over there. Just make faces.
Sit on the crate.
Yeah.
There's not a lot- But no one knows behind the cameras. There's not a lot of room.
No. Yeah, we'll hang out over there.
Yeah.
In the crate.
Brilliant. Well, it was great having you girls on and
Yes,
catching up with you
thank
properly.
you.
Thank you, Joe.
Hopefully
Always a
we'll
great time
see
with
each
you.
other again very soon.
Yeah,
Amazing.
definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.